Brooklyn Independent Television.
Now, we know a place where a branding expert like Peter Levinson might find a whole new set of clients. It's in Gowanus. It's filled up with startup companies, and you could say it started because, for one couple, Take Your Daughter to Work Day was starting to happen every day.
The idea of Brooklyn Creatively started probably 2-3 years ago when our daughter was little. At first we were working from home and it was great, and then she got to be about 18 months old and she'd come knock on the door during conference calls, and so I started looking around for space, and the only thing I could find was, you know, the desk in the back of a real estate office for $500 a month. We wanted something better, so we started talking to other freelancers. And we realized that there was really a market opportunity there, and that there was a need for a space where people from a variety of different creative industries could work together in the same space and possibly set up opportunities for collaboration.
I'm Mattia Romeo, and
I'm Greg Trefry, and our business is Gigantic Mechanic, which is a game development company. We do all sorts of games, from iPhone video games to big outdoor real-world experiences. For us, finding a space that allowed us to kind of collaborate together was super important, and the Brooklyn Creative League seemed like a great fit for us. It does feel like there's this sort of creative energy around which sort of seeps into the stuff you're doing, and you know, if we can find a place to kind of leverage some of the other people here, that would be great. Yeah, that was about 3/4, like that.
Okay, so it's tuned a little high. Seems like it could go a little bit further.
A little bit lower, like a little bit slighter.
So we have a tour coming in this morning at 9:30.
Okay.
And then Jonathan asked to use the conference room today at noon.
And then we've got the Gowanus Canal Conservancy board meeting in the evening, right?
That's right.
I think Gowanus is really changing. You know, this has historically been a manufacturing and commercial district, but as the 21st century economy has moved towards service and high-end creative industries, I think the locus of New York's creative economy has really moved to Brooklyn, and we've tried to reflect that in the design of the space and the architecture.
Originally, this building was actually a mattress factory years ago, and the building has a wonderful history, and our design pays homage to that history. We didn't want to turn it into a sterile space. We wanted to play with that history. I've got a hero dog. This is my hero dog right here. He's got to be kind of intimidating but not scary.
Right.
My name is Doreen Cronin, and I write children's books. Writing can be very isolating, so if you're working at home by yourself in your house alone trying to write, you can get very disconnected. So there's something about getting up in the morning, coming to an office, you get to talk to other people, how was your weekend, sit down, have a cup of coffee, so you feel more a part of a working life.
So this is really like, he's supposed to kind of evoke Peter Lorre.
When we think about sustainability, and I think that's a really important value for us, there's environmental sustainability, there's also community sustainability and economic sustainability. So we wanted to create a business model where people who are working in small companies and working in community-based businesses could have a space that was professional, they could have a space that was well-designed, could have a space that was green. And so that's really what we set out to do, not just in the design of the space, but also in the design of the community and the relationships that we're trying to build here.
We're talking about the different types of women who want to come to the site. So we're talking about suburban women throughout the country. We're talking about reaching them through the web. Dapper Q is a site on the internet that is about transgressing men's fashion. So it's for anyone who wants to wear men's fashion well. We think that it's been designated to a certain gender, and so it's going to be a lot of how-to content about how we access this clothing and how we become more empowered as we do. all of us who are trying to make small businesses happen, coming together, feeding off each other, even if it's just sharing a cup of coffee. My business has been turned around in the last 3 months because I've been able to give more time and energy to it here at Brooklyn Creatively.
Because we offer space on a month-to-month basis, there's no attorney's fees to negotiate, there's no build-out, there's no furniture to buy. They can get high-quality professional office space with very little upfront cost. Individual desk space starts at $225 a month for a big 6x8 workstation. And then we have offices as well for small shop companies and nonprofit organizations, and those are between $1,200 and $1,500 a month. We take a pretty ecumenical view towards the idea of creativity in the creative professions. And when a lot of people think about creative professionals, they think, artists and painters, whereas we view it more as people who are trying to think differently about the way that they approach their careers, think differently about work-life balance, think differently about approaches to their work.
Excellent.
And I think a lot of that creativity and innovation is happening among freelancers and among startups and among small companies and nonprofit organizations. People who are professional but also don't want to work in a conventional office environment and who are open to rethinking the way that they approach business.
Brooklyn Independent Television on the BCAT TV network.